Susie Sales Girl. The 3 C's: caffeine, cute, cheerleader. It's important to always be excited about fashion. Oh my God. Putting together a perfect ensemble is like, oh my God, like saving lives, you know? It is like totally important. And you need the caffeine to be that excited. And you have to have the, woo, fashion is great attitude. And, you know, you have to really know how to say cute. Everything is just so cute. You know, when you're in fashion, everything is just like, oh my God, you have to have this. It's just so cute. You know, and then, I don't know, I just didn't feel right about not really thinking about anything very much. I mean, colors, matching, that was cool, but I needed a little bit more, you know? So I decided to follow one of my friend's tips. She said, you know, if you don't want to stand all day, you can take this job, and it's, you know, it's in a karaoke club, and all you have to do is you have to just dress up real cute and sit there and pour drinks and smile, you know, kind of like a living, breathing pinup doll. And, I mean, you're just there really for decorations, you know. These men are having a meeting, and you just sit there and, you know, decorate. I'm like, I think I can do that. Yeah, I can be a decoration. I can sit there, you know, smile. Except she didn't tell me I had to pretend to be, you know, submissive and helpless, because that was the only way to get good tips. And if you weren't submissive and helpless, you couldn't get good tips. And, you know, all I can remember is when I was 5 years old, my dad would show me Che Guevara's book and point at his picture and say, "This is my father. This is my father." So I was like, I just can't pretend not to have a voice. I mean, I'm a writer, you know, I'm really a revolutionary. This is not what I should be doing. So it just didn't work out. It wasn't the right fit for me. So I decided to just go ahead and play the straight card, you know, just like go to a staffing agency and see if they would hire me to be a receptionist or something. So I must have this sign that looked hard worker, low pay. I must have this sign on my forehead, you know, because they were like, you can work in our office. Yes, work in the office. And I worked really hard, and they promoted me. And so I got to be a staffing supervisor. And as a staffing supervisor, I got to rate people. I got to rate people on appearance, skills, and attitude. I got to rate people because I was God. I was God in that office. And if somebody walked in with a perfect ensemble, they were an A. But if someone walked in and they were having a bad hair day, they were a C. And, you know, I really appreciated working all day with no lunch, no breaks, so the CEO could walk in, you know, at 9:30, 10:30 a.m., whenever he felt like, you know, if he decided to show up that day. And then also, you know, just kind of like I did all the hard work, you know, and made hundreds of thousands of dollars for them, while I mean, you know, they paid me like 0.3% of what they were making. It just didn't add up to me, you know? It wasn't fair that I could just sit there and, you know, say this person was okay to go work there and that person was okay to go work over there just because I got to sit in the office. It just didn't feel right. So the straight edge thing, it just really wasn't for me. It didn't work. I mean, I did it for a while, but it didn't work. And so I decided, okay, you know what? I need to go back to a job that doesn't really feel like a job. So I went back to the club world, you know, the bar world, working as a cocktail waitress, a bartender. And it's like, yeah, what can I get for you? Anything that you want, sure, let me make it for you. And, you know, it was okay. Like, the tips were cool and the people were cool. But then, like, you know, there were those nights where I had somebody come up to the bar and be like, excuse me, how much is Long Island? Okay, how much is, what can I get for $8? And I'm like, oh, you could get a mixed drink, you know, I can make you something like that. okay, so, I hook it up. I make it a little strong because I know all they have is $8. And then they say, well, I don't want any ice in it. And I'm like, well, you didn't say that. And so, okay, fine, I'll pour it out, Meanwhile, they've drank half of the drink. And so I give it back to them, and they're like, what is this? You're selling me this for $10? Because they wanted, like Belvedere or something that, call. You drank half of the drink, and then you're asking me why it costs $10? Because you drank $5 worth of it. But, and I'm like, God, you can't win for losing. So having a real straight job doesn't work for me. And having, a job that doesn't really feel like a job, except it really is a job, doesn't work either. So